and run the operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months saying I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. And now some concern here as that is Jacobs who is still down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun, Haskins. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Jacobs again, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs from the gun. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Washington nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
To the 43-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
A gain of 14. And the Washington 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the extra point.
A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Slings this deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back with it, a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy, that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders 14. Washington
nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try to slow down this comeback.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football and catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
At the 44-yard
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
He did an okay job
job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Formation for Washington.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. Jacobs. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, turning the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Carr now on first down. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Baker, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They force open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. So they hit pay dirt but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Carr.
Complete to Stephon Sullivan.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Carr going to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Damon Arnett up to make the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 8 yards.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. From McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Puta madre.
Quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Haskins on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The
secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins.
Fucking hell.
Couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. They are in the field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Haskins.
No.
Picked off by Jeff Heath. This goes in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
DeAndre Hopkins, incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. It's caught by Waller out left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time was a pretty one play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how. Get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st down, it's Baker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
Watch out there utilizing his big target and didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The throw taken in by Sims. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 19-yard line.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Carr to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, it's Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. He'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Takes this about 5 yards deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jacobs now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, Haskins.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time.
Oh, det håller
Picked off by Jeff Heath. That's right. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception. Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, and try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Going right side here, and that's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 40 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll let this go deep for runs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 10. To throw again. Haskins going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on third down, Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. Deep in his own territory, coughs up the third down. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on for the extra point.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. Two quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
21.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, it's Baker, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That's good.
Well, sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
37-yard.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
Jacobs.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Breida. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on